Good morning and welcome. I'm Bob Pace, and I'm your host of the podcast, How to Fight CPS with Bob Pace. Today is a special day for me. It's the day when my son is graduating in about an hour and a half. He's my youngest, so I'm really excited about that. Um, I want to welcome you all to this morning podcast. I'm looking for um, my co-host who said she'd be on. Let me see if Danielle's around. Now, let me go over the housekeeping rules. Um, there are several ways you can react with this live podcast. One of the first things you can do is actually text me a comment. Text me a comment, and that would be great. Text me a comment, and that would be good. That'd be good. Um, Hold on, let me see if I can get Danielle. Now, the text me a comment. It's very important. It's about CPS. That's the main thing here. We're about. So it's really important. Okay, I had a little glitch in it. I'm trying to use a mobile hotspot, and I apologize for that. It keeps automatically doing things. Sometimes phones try to be smarter than you are as humans. Yeah, I know it froze. Welcome, Nadine, Maggie, and also Christina. Yes, I've gotten it all straightened out now. You should be hearing me, and I'm talking okay. We were talking about ways to interact in this podcast. When you're typing your comments, your CPS question, there you are, Danielle.
Yep. Hey. Hey.
Hey, I'm.
Let me get on the screen. That was
Yeah, it
locked
takes
up.
me about 4 minutes to settle in here because I'm using two phones, one
Um,
for a hotspot, one for phone calls, and
I
I have
came
the most.
in and I was like, "Where's Bob?" I said, "It's live." I said, "But I hope I." I said,
Yeah, well, what happened was the phone decided to turn off my hotspot, go to Wi-Fi calling. It was a touching
oh,
phone, and then my
okay,
son's car phone started interacting and started making the call.
oh, okay." Because I was like, that's why when had read the comments, that's when I was like, oh, "Okay, so he had technical difficulty." I thought, "Oh, okay, so I'm not." I thought I was in the wrong link.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we have Christina. welcome
Okay.
you. She's from Illinois, and I
Okay.
forgot where Nadine from. Is she from Minnesota,
Yeah.
or is she
She's from California. I thought
or
no.
San Bernardino, California?
Yeah, I thought she was from California. Um,
Not our other Nadine. This is um,
Nadine.
this.
From last night or the
Yeah,
other day. Yeah, I thought
yeah,
she was from California.
yeah. She's from West Hollywood. But where is Nadine Mong from?
I thought she was from not is it San Bernardino?
I don't
Is
know.
that West?
Yeah, Nadine, if you could tell us where you're from, it'd be great. Um,
I'm gonna have to start keeping track of that because mom. That's a Nadine. Has she been in here the whole time? Nadine.
she just came in right when I went live. I went live
Okay.
about 3 after
Okay. 'Cause
because
I
I
was
had
gonna.
trouble with my hotspot holding the queue.
Okay. So Faye, I'm gonna tell Faye that podcast is on.
Okay.
Yeah, because she. So people
Anyway,
were
I was going over the housekeeping, and I just
okay.
told about how people to comment, and we'd love to have your comments. We'll answer anything you got.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're still waiting for Dean for where's she from, and when you type in a question, just make sure you see the city, state, and or the country. Now, if you're probably wondering why we have country, because our podcast is found on Facebook, but it's broadcast live on YouTube, which goes worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
And people from other countries, if they find us on Facebook, can listen to us live on Facebook. We're using StreamYard as the application. StreamYard as the application, and we have many as 9 people on the screen at one time. Now, it must be awful small, the 9 people, but anyway, we are kind of live now. The countries that have visited our room has been Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, Ghana, which is in South America, North Brazil, and
Months.
east of
Months.
Venezuela. Yeah, east of Venezuela. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't think I was giving you a geography lesson, were you? And then we have Mexico, and who else? We have Mozambique from
Mozambique and
Africa. Yeah,
Denmark.
north. They're opposite Madagascar, that
Mm-hmm.
little island off Africa on the east side, down from Somalia, north of South Africa. And then
Mm-hmm.
we have Denmark. You're right, Denmark from Europe. You're remembering them all. And I think
I'm
you've been
getting.
here when the UK came on a second time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I
anyway,
heard
Daniel will
about
back me up. Yeah.
Mozambique. Yeah, last night on the news or something about CPS or something out there, something to do with the kids.
Wow. Maybe
And
look that
I
up
could,
while you. Maybe
yeah,
you look that up while I'm going over the housekeeping.
yeah, because I thought that was. I was
There
like,
is Laura Vaughn. Hello, Bob. It's Lauren from New Hampshire. Still
so
fighting the machine of DCYF for my
wow.
daughter's returns. I understand, Lauren, and I so appreciate from New Hampshire. They say that is it Massachusetts is supposedly the safest place for CPS. I don't know. I had a
The
social worker.
safest.
Yeah, I had a social worker on here from Maryland, and she gave her name, first and last name, and said how great her CPS was in Maryland. Now, when I use the word CPS, I'm talking about all the child protection systems. They may be called, like the one from New Hampshire says DCYF, Arizona is DCS, California is CPS,
And the
Georgia is
DSS,
what?
some DC or DFCS, Division of
Yeah,
Family and Children's Services.
TS. Here's the problem is there's too many different states all have different names. So when I use the word CPS, I mean all the agencies that are supposed to protect our children from neglect and abuse. Neglect and abuse.
Christina's in Missouri.
Oh, okay. Christina's in Missouri. We're still waiting to hear where Nadine is from. We're still waiting to hear
They're
from.
educating herself from a friend from Jefferson County, Missouri. CPS took his son from the hospital. They allege fake allegations. He hasn't seen his son in 6 months, pending a hotline investigation. When he posts his friend's name, his post disappears from Facebook. Wow. So when she posts the name, it disappears. Okay.
Oh my God.
So she's in Illinois. Her friend is in Missouri. So Missouri, Jefferson County, Missouri is where that the case is. But she's just educating herself for her friend,
which is fine. I still don't know where the other Nadine Monge is from.
That's
she always had froze her. Now the second way that you can interface, let me get them right here, is the call in live. I do have a phone here. You call in 626-698-0990.
Mm-hmm.
And you can reach me that number. I'm using my son's phone as a hotspot, so you can reach that number at 626-698-0990. And that's sometimes the best way than texting, because texting sometimes you go back and forth, and forth, and so forth on that. And so I'm waiting to see here. Christina sounds like she had a bad case where it was medical trafficking as they took her child. There's a medical trafficking right there that CPS has done there.
Wow.
Was hers taken from Missouri, is where her friend was in?
Yes, okay. Jefferson County, Missouri.
Okay, yeah. So Jefferson County,
Nadine Missouri is in Florida. That's what she's at. She's in Florida. That's what it was.
Oh, well, that's a wrong guess that we're making.
What time is it?
A wrong guess.
8:20.
So, anyway, I'm surrounded by graduating parents here, but anyway, I would love to have your call, 626-698-0990.
Hi, Rosemary.
Now, a third way is to set up a schedule to be a guest on my show. And to be a guest on our show, all you have to do is email our producer. The producer of our show, that's behind the scenes, is Grace. She works really hard. I want to thank her very, very much. But all you do is email her, grace@vincentwdavis.com. grace@vincentwdavis.com. And then what you'll do is that she will take whatever day you want and time. So I'm on 7 days a week, twice a day. That's 14 shows. So you can pick morning or afternoon. I'm typically on at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time for an hour, and at nighttime, 7 p.m. for an hour Pacific Standard Time. There are exceptions. Today I'm on at 8 o'clock. That's a one-time only. My son is graduating his senior year, so that starts very soon after my show. The other time is on Sunday. On every Sunday, I'm on at 8. I have some functions with my family that I'm participating in, so it's on at 8 o'clock on Sunday. So Sunday is always 8. Saturdays is one time here at 8. Go ahead.
8 a.m.? Okay.
Yeah, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. on Sunday. 8 a.m. on Sunday. So
and that's it.
Anyway, this is a third way you can act to the show is be a guest. All you do is email grace@vincentwdavis.com. Now, I'm going to put the phone number back on. And so that people can either call in or text in. Now, Rosemarie Lombardo's been on. She's been very, I've been to every visit, every medical appointment. I don't know what else to do. My daughter was supposed to come home for a trial discharge in April or May, that instead took my weekend of visits away. We need to talk to you more, Rosemarie. I need to be refreshed with your case. We need to talk some more. And Rosemarie, where are you from? I forgot where you're from. We have Rosemary Lombardo in. Christine is in. Lauren's in. Let me see who else. Nadine's in from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Christine is from Illinois, but she's talking about her friend from Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Lauren's from New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
And
so we got a mixture of people today.
So we got quite a lot of states represented. We got
Mm-hmm.
Missouri, we got New Hampshire, we got Florida,
Georgia,
and we got
California,
Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And who's from Alabama?
Nobody today.
Oh, I thought you said Alabama. I was.
Oh no, I said Georgia because I'm there. Alabama was last night. I know somebody was from Alabama.
I know that. We just don't know where Rosemary is, but she'll eventually tell us. She may be from California.
California or New York?
I don't know. That's Kima. I think that's somebody else.
Oh, Kima.
KK.
See, Bob, you got me beat on this on remembering. You're good with with their.
Well, I need to start doing my notebook. I'm violating my rule number 2. You know, I need to start making a log of everybody that comes in and write them down and write a little description.
I'll do it. I'll do a document right now, like a Word.
Well, that would be good if you could write in the names and where they're from and a little bit about their case. Just, like one sentence about their case.
Okay.
And the date. The date would be good. Better do the date and time because we have morning show and an evening show.
Right.
So I haven't seen anybody ask a question. Yes, he can message Grace at Vincent, and there's a W, VincentWDavis.com. Oh boy, they got that wrong. Let me put that back up.
For Christina?
No, for Grace. It's VincentWDavis.com. VincentWDavis.com. Christina.
Make sure you got it's Grace Vincent.
Let me type that in for GRA.
Oh, she said she's okay. She said okay, she'll add the W. Okay. She got it. Oops. Where'd you go? There we go. All right. All right.
Okay, so we got that. Grace at VincentDavis.com. That's good. And look at my phone number back up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are the housekeeping. Do we have any questions? Nope, nothing yet. Okay.
Well, Rosemary, let's see.
I think we got to count it. Everybody's counted for. So I think we know where they all are at. Now, let's go over, I guess, the rules. We haven't done those in a while.
No.
Since you got your picture up, you're probably wondering why Danielle has a nice picture of some pretty ladies all in pink T-shirts, very proudly some looking ahead, some looking back. You can't see their faces because they got masks on. This was done in 2020. 4 years, was it 20 or 22? I can't remember now.
2022, I thought.
Yeah, 2022. And what this is, these are your CPS social workers very proudly displaying something. On the front of their T-shirts, they very proudly display, "We're professional kidnappers." And on the back, these social workers say, "Do you know where your children are at? Where are your children? Do you know where your?" I think it's
it cut it off. It cut it off. You're right.
Do you know where your children are? I used to say parents, do you know where your children are, but they didn't put the parents. Do you know where your children are? What that message clearly says, that CPS is corrupt. They want your children. They want to kidnap. They want to traffic your children. It's wrong what they're doing. It's very, very, very wrong. So I'm really, really sorry that you have to go through that. I really am. This was in Prescott, Arizona. They
Mm-hmm.
paraded these things, by the way, in public. They were caught and they were quickly dismissed, actually, as 25 years experience. And Prescott was left with one social worker,
Wow.
because the director was booted too. The director and
Oh,
his
wow.
80 ladies. And it's not funny at all. I know it's not. It's really sad. I'm just preparing you and telling you why it's important with these rules I'm going to talk about, that you
Mm-hmm.
protect your kids from these scoundrels. They do deception, they lie, they cheat, they're not
Manipulation.
transparent, they manipulate, uh, and they are so bad. They really are. They're so bad. So I am sorry to say this has happened to you, because this is the mentality of social workers. That's why you need this first rule. My
Yeah,
first
they were
rule,
fired. Yes. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
they were fired. They were fired. Yes. My first rule is you need to get an attorney. You're probably saying, I can't afford an attorney. I know that. I know that explicitly, that you can't afford attorney.
Sorry. Yes.
And I'm going to try to tell you how to get an attorney if you can't afford one. But you need a real professional dependency attorney, a dependency attorney, because you're going to be in juvenile dependency court. Dependency court is where CPS is heard, also where juveniles are heard. It's the same thing. If your child's arrested and he's under the age of 18, he goes to dependency court. If your children are taken from you at home, they go to dependency court. Juvenile and dependency. Now, there's another court called family court. That's where your divorce is handled, and that's where adoptions are handled.
Mm-hmm.
Is family court, and then there is, of course, criminal court, and there's all kinds of different courts. But here I'm talking about dependency court. So you want to word your search, and right now, the internet will make you smart in CPS. There's so much
Mm-hmm.
information. I have 59 pages loaded up right now that I could talk about different subjects.
It's
I could
very
sit here and talk to you for 10 hours, not lose material enough not to talk about it. I have manuals. I have manuals from different states, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana. They're from all over. And people have asked me questions. They've asked me, I have the 388. I have the JV 180. I have the ICWA, Indian Child Welfare. I have so many things that can help you. Well, okay. Lauren, Mr. Davis, you're lucky. And let me tell you about him. He's one of the attorneys I'm going to recommend.
He does.
And he'll go to all the 50 states, Northern California. He works out of Southern California. The only expense he has that you'll have to pay is his airfare and his transportation, the car rental and the accommodations, his per diem. He'll charge the same fees as he charges legal fees in California. It all depends on your case. It all depends on how long the case is going, what the complexity is. But with attorneys, you need a real one. The court-appointed attorney is a waste of time. The court-appointed attorney is a waste of time. He'll come to New Hampshire. He has his podcasts on. He's a good man. But let me tell you about how to get an attorney that won't cost you any money first. Okay? You definitely have to update him. Okay. First of all, you want to search the internet by the city or the county you're in and the next biggest city. You really want to do city by city. That's how they're arranged. So I'm going to use the example of Georgia. Let's say you live in Athens, Georgia. It's a small town. The nearest big city is Atlanta. So you say, find in Athens and Atlanta, Georgia, a pro bono. Now, pro bono means attorney that doesn't charge money or maybe charges very little. A pro bono attorney, a pro bono dependency. It's very important to put the word dependency attorney. A dependency attorney. Find in Athens, Georgia, a pro bono dependency attorney. That's not very long. Hopefully, at least 10 names will show up. You need to try to find 10 attorneys. You need to call all 10. The reason why you need to call 010 is the first step. You got to find out if they're still in business. A lot of the information you find on the internet, they may be gone. The second thing you want to do is find out if they fought cases in dependency court against CPS. You want to see if they've done that, and have won cases and got children back. You may ask, for references you can check on, and then after that, you want to make sure they're pro bono, making sure that they are, or maybe they can give a range of fees or something like that. But anyway, that's the initial call. Then after you get your list of 10, I want you to add to a list of 5 Vincent W. Davis. He is a dependency law attorney for 35 years. He's been fighting CPS. He's a trial attorney. So you can't go wrong there. He has fought CPS one. In fact, he's done civil lawsuits against CPS for violating your civil rights and your constitutional rights, which CPS will do it. So he'll do that. Not necessary. It's never too late. Don't give up. It's never too late. CPS will drag this out for years. It was 3 years in my case before I got my kids back. So they will drag you out. There's all kinds of statutes and laws. But you need someone to navigate. And that's why you need to get an attorney. It's like open heart surgery. Are you going to open your heart to do work on your heart? Are you going to have a plumber fix it? Are you going to have a mechanic, an auto mechanic fix it? No. You're not going to have those kinds of people. You're going to get a professional doctor. And that doctor is going to be professional enough to know how to navigate, because CPS is so bad to navigate. It is so bad. It's one of the worst case scenario that you could be in. I sometimes compare it to Alice in Wonderland. Alice is playing in her garden. She falls in a rabbit hole. And what does she find? A bunch of doors. And as she goes to each room, they're lost. One room says off with your head. I mean, that's how crazy CPS is. That is how bad. They are a spider weaving a web around you. They'll bring you in with promises and then let your heart sink, let your stomach go up. Because they'll take your kids. They'll change rules midstream. They lie, they cheat. Their attorneys are cheats. Their judges are bad. The judges are bad. There have been a few cases I've heard the judges are good. One case was that the case was, and this is something you should reference, is if your case is brought by the county on allegations, they need to report it right away to the state to get their funding. And they have to report your name and stuff. If they don't report it, then they don't have a case against you. Right. That was something you need to check on. You need to contact a civil rights or an ombudsperson. Another thing, one of the people on here said that she sent her documents to the judge because the social worker started off their case and say, this person hasn't complied, hasn't done one parenting class, did not go to a health center, did not do drug tests. And the judge says, ma'am, can you stop, please? I have all the stuff she's done. Will you please return the children to the mother? And that's how simple it can happen, because they'll lie. And sometimes maybe it's best to send it to the judge. That one lady did, and that really worked out good. And yes, CPS is definitely out of control. But as you talk to these attorneys, these 5 attorneys, and when you call Mr. Davis at 888-888-6582, he will gladly talk to you. His consultation for 30 minutes is $60. Now, if you want to do it on the internet, there's a web link to Mr. Davis. What you do is you type in attorney : Vincent Davis, care of Bob Pace, candidly.com / law offices of VWD / Bob Pace. That'll take you to the web link. So that's important too. But call Mr. Davis, tell the office at 888-888-6582 that I sent you. mention my name, Bob Pace. And on top of that, when you talk to Mr. Davis, tell him you did talk to Bob Pace, and he's the one that told me to get you a call. He wants to hear input. He wants to make sure that I'm reaching out to you all to talk to him. And he'll talk to you for 30 minutes for $60. And then he'll talk to you about the fees.
They asked if you could post the website address. If like post it.
Can you type it up? It moves too fast for me to type it. It's
Yeah.
at the bottom of the comment page. See it scrolling?
Yeah, I'll put it in. Do you know how to copy and paste it in the private chat? I'll do it. I'll type it in the private chat for you because it won't let me post it on the chat.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if. See, I can't copy the comments because it takes it off.
Okay, well, never mind. I'll type it.
When I highlight the ticker, it turns it off.
My comment. It's taking my comments now, so I'll type it as it's coming. I got it now.
When that thing is going, copy all that and put it in again. I'm sorry you guys can't read it. The fonts are too small, I think, is what the people are concerned about. I don't know. Oh, you can see the scroll. Christina did see the scroll.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is, Christina.
It's
you can
on
see it. I do have it on. I have it on there as a ticket. It's run across the bottom of my webpage.
BWD. Yeah, and then what's the last back? Bob Pace. All right. This
//
should be it.
Bob Pace. Yeah, / Bob Pace.
Checking. Let's see if that's. Did I spell it? Oh, now it's not letting me do it. Let me type it in a different way because it won't let me post it when I do it as a website. Let me do it again.
Huh.
It just blocked it.
Well, maybe type in consultation with attorney.
I'm gonna
do that part.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll stop it being a website.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, I can't even copy it as it scrolls across the ticket counter. It's weird what you can do and what you can't do. So anyway, and after you talk to these 5 attorneys, pick one. I know that Vincent Davis would do you a good job. You need to pick him.
No,
but I'm not twisting your arm because it does cost money to fly out to New Hampshire or to fly anywhere. I mean, you're probably looking at what's airfare now across the country. Is it $500 or is it $800? I don't know what it is right now. It's probably $800, and accommodations are a couple $100 a night. So if he's out there for a week or something, you're looking at added costs. Yes, you're looking at added costs. It could be in the neighborhood of $1,000, $2,000 for the per diem. But then he has his regular legal fees, and he'll tell you, depending on your case, how complex it is and stuff like that. $5,000. Okay. What's $5,000? That's not the airfare to go to New Hampshire. I don't think so. I could go to the Philippines for $5,000. I can go to Dubai for $5,000. I can go anywhere in the world for $5,000. First class. Anyway, try to get an attorney because it'll make your life easy. I know I spent a lot of time with rule number 1, but it's the most important rule. You look at those pink ladies, they're laughing at you. They're laughing at you, and you need a fighter. And Vincent is a fighter. And when you talk to other attorneys, ask them if they've done a civil suit against them in CPS. If the answer is yes, those attorneys are really rare. Vincent is the only attorney, or I know another attorney, Art, that will fight CPS. Very few people want to fight them because it really takes a lot of time and stuff. They get a good fee. I heard anywhere from 20 to 30%. They get the keep of the lawsuit. So if it's a $10 million lawsuit, they get to keep 20 or 30% of that. So it is worth it for an attorney to fight it, but they have to know how to fight it. Okay. Let me see here.
I got it here. Let's see. I'm going to put it as my background. They can see it.
Well, I'm getting ready to do that rule number 3. Okay. I'm going to post that website again.
Is it on there?
And it's going to be posted 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times it's posted. Whoops. It's missing. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it as my background, Bob, on the background on my thing so they can see it. I made it real big. I'm gonna put it as my virtual background.
Oh, you didn't put the complete website. It's not
Is that
Candlely.
why I'm saying it's not letting me?
No. It starts off with Attorney Vince Davis, care of Bob Pace, then Candlely.
But I typed that in and it wouldn't let me do it a minute ago.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I need to check out that website. I guess I'm bad.
Yeah,
It's my bad. I need to check it out. Well, here, let me see if it takes me to something there. Private chat. Let me click it here. No, what it does, it takes you to GoDaddy.com.
The link?
That's if you type in Candlely.com / no, it doesn't. That link that you put in my private chat doesn't work.
Mine, Oh yeah, it does go to GoDaddy. That's weird.
Yeah, that's not the right link.
I didn't type it in right. That's why. Candlely is not spelled right. I spelled Candy wrong.
Well, that's what I said. Freewheel it. But anyway, for all you guys out there, it's correct on the bottom part of my screen, and one of you verified that you can see it.
I'm trying to do it as a background.
Yeah, now they got all those websites got the wrong link. Oh God! All right. Well,
they anyway, didn't get them though, right?
Yeah, they did. All those websites: Fight CPS, CPS Transparency, the reality series,
went through.
Secret How to Fight. It goes to all those rooms when I type in my comments.
Oh, I thought it didn't pick it up. Like I thought it didn't work.
No, relatives. Well, when you typed it in private, I can copy what you type in private.
Okay, what about that? We'll try that one. The second one I just sent.
Okay.
That should. I'm gonna click on it and see if it goes through, because it should go to the page now. I think I spelled it. Yeah, it did. That's the link right there.
There it is. Okay.
So,
thank you. I spelled
Calendly wrong. Look, my glasses they got a fingerprint on them or something. And
I wear contacts, and I lost one of my contacts for a couple months. I had no contacts, so I wore my glasses, and then my glasses fell apart. And then I said, "Hell, man. I forgot I had a spare set laying around." So I put my spare set. So my right eye has contacts since 12 years ago. My left eye have one that I think is only a year or two ago.
Oh, that's so it's probably awful.
Today, it's second day, I'm starting to see again.
Okay. I bet you don't.
Now,
I bet you that's
where it goes again, you guys, that is the correct way.
Yeah, it's not the first one. Not bad. It says
sure, you can ask or you can call in, Lauren. If you want to talk, you can call in. I can put you live on the show. You can call in.
I wonder who was asking.
So that takes care of rule number 1. Let me talk about rule number 2.
Christina, it's posted on. It's the last comment we put on there.
Yeah, all the rooms that are linked to my room: CPS Defense Strategy, Relatives Fight, Juvenile Dependency, the reality series, Fight CPS with Bob Pace, which is this room, Fight CPS, Real Talk with Mrs. G, the Law Office of Vincent W. Davis Associates, The Secret How to Fight CPS and Win. All those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms is that thing is transmitted in there. So if you want to schedule an appointment, you pick out the date, it locks it in, and you can do that.
Yeah.
And so like that. So I'm waiting for your question. That someone said they want to come in. Now, rule number 3, I'm taking them out of order. There is a rule number 2, but that's paperwork. I don't want to bore you with paperwork. Rule number 2 is very important. What do you do when someone knocks at your door? Rule number 3 is about how to deal with CPS and police at your door. And I always start off with this picture of a gentleman that tried to answer the door, and
Mhm.
he was killed answering the door. This was
Yep.
May 3rd. He was a 23-year-old airman, a black man, went to
Is
high
it up?
school, graduated, and
Is it my
he,
background?
yeah, it's your background.
Okay.
He went to answer the door, and he was shot 5 times in the chest at blank range, like maybe 2 feet away. He opens the door, and within 2 feet, the officer, the sheriff, raises his arm and fights. Oh, good. We got a call. All right. I have a caller from area code 603. I want to welcome you to our podcast. Can you introduce yourself? Say that again. I have my volume turned down. Go ahead. Say that. Say it again.
It's Lauren Vaughn from New Hampshire.
Oh, yes. Great. Go ahead and feel at ease to talk. And we can come back to that gentleman later, Daniel, while
Okay.
our lady from New Hampshire tells about
Okay.
her horrible story. Go ahead and
Okay.
we'll try to answer you.
Okay. So, last time I spoke to you, I was walking into my 9-month review. And they had expert witness. I proved it was false. Everything looked like it was going in my favor until we left the courtroom. As usual, CPS does what they want. So I hit the books again, and I'm doing research on my case, and I look back all the way to my action plan. It says that I had till 3/28/23 to have the concern mitigated for her safety, but they removed her on 3/16. That was like a week before they, the deadline that they gave. What could be? How could this be brought up? Like, I still had like a week's time, and they took her from a sober house, so I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. They still took her.
Did you go to your initial hearing?
Oh God, yeah, we're over a year into this.
Okay, well, you did your initial hearing. Did you have a jurisdictional hearing?
Yes.
Did you have a deposition hearing?
Adjudication deposition.
Yep, we're at our 9-month review.
And you're at the 9-month review. I see it right here. I have a flow chart, and I'm looking at the whole way it goes. So you're at the well, there's no such thing as a 9-month. There's a 6-month and a 12-month. What is the 9 months about?
Well, they do. I know, and I've had 8 hearings because I keep making motions to get back in court. So we have here in New Hampshire 369 permanency, but I'm a year and 3 months into this case, and we just had the 9-month review. They are way behind. My permanency hearing is July 25th. Okay. That's almost a year and a half in.
Wow.
No.
You don't want to.
Crazy. And what?
Yeah. Now, are you having what's called post-permanency review hearings?
I had one of those.
Yeah, after the permanency, they'll have that.
Because there was a 6-month, 12 months, 18 months, and then there's
18 months is usually how long before they push for permanent or adoption. Or
yes, for
try to take your right.
They have what's called, they select and implement either adoption, guardianship, or long-term foster care.
And
is what they're trying to do.
TPR at that.
And
in long-term foster care at this point, because I'll tell you what, a year and 3 months, and the orders, 3 supplemental orders to transition my child home, and they've all been violated by the division. Now, the thorn in my side, and the whole reason why she hasn't returned home, was this lab that they had that they kept using, and I kept telling them they're not testing right. Well, the lab has since closed. They closed that lab the day after my 9-month hearing. Wow. I was so pumped. I was like, I had a hand in that. I'm taking some responsibility for that. The lab closed. So then they didn't have a lab. So 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Why are you dealing with the CPS lab? Why aren't you dealing with your own medical lab, the one that your insurance covers?
Because my insurance gave me 12 tests I could go in and take, and CPS never picked up not one of those tests when they were supposed to.
Now, are you fighting with a dependency lawyer? Or are you fighting with a court order lawyer? Or are you fighting by yourself?
Well, I'm going to be fighting by myself because my fourth one just withdrew, and I've called every single private attorney, law firm, law office from here all the way to Mass to Maine. I've called them all.
What's the name of your city? What's the name of your city?
I'm in Compton, New Hampshire.
Okay, what's the next biggest city to Compton?
Every call here. What's that?
What's the next big city to Compton?
Wouldn't be, well, Manchester.
Okay. Danielle, can you type in find in Compton? And what was the other city? What was the other city?
Concord in Manchester.
Concord, Manchester, a pro bono dependency attorney. And tell me what you come up with, Danielle.
I didn't pay.
No, I'm trying to start you off at pro bono because some of the pro bonos aren't pro bono. And if you, well, maybe you could take out the word pro bono, Danielle, and type it in. Find in. You got the two cities?
I got Manchester, and that's Manchester, Pennsylvania,
and Concord, New Hampshire. Okay. Manchester and Concord, New Hampshire.
So Manchester's in. Okay.
Find in Manchester and Concord, New Hampshire, a dependency attorney. Don't put the word pro bono.
I put dependency lawyer in Manchester, New Hampshire, and
you want to use dependency attorney. Attorney is the more formal word for lawyers. So I'm trying to think how Google sets up the search. See, there's a certain thing with Google I've learned over the years is how you word your words.
Yep.
Is how you word.
I always find something.
Vocabulary, semantics, because that's what court does too.
Yes.
It's all about the little words.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yep.
What did you find, Danielle? Did you find 1 or 2 or 5, or what did you find?
Hold on, it's coming up. It's coming up now. I found top. I can't talk. I found 1, 2, 3. I found a good bit. Links.
Well, then you need to. Well, you have to call. Did you call every one of them?
Every single one. I've called every single place.
And what did they tell you? What did they tell you? They can't fight CPS? They don't want to deal with CPS cases. Wow.
That's
well.
That's a lot of them.
When you give them their name to make sure there's no discrepancies and whatever in the first 5 seconds of a phone call. Is there a flag or something that they share within every office locally that says don't touch this case?
I never heard of that. I never heard of that. I never heard of that. And I would start off with dependency court.
Some of them won't.
I would first say, do they fight in dependency court? Then you ask them the question, do they fight CPS cases? Because dependency court can mean juveniles too. They're arrested.
And criminal laws as well. It's dependency. Yeah.
What are you saying, Danielle? Who else?
Criminal.
Who else?
No, what I was saying was no, but it kind of falls you can get a lawyer that maybe practice criminal law but they have to also practice dependency, but it's like a criminal.
You have to get an attorney, a lawyer.
Actually, they can do both sides.
You have to get an attorney that only does one. You need a specialized attorney.
Here's an attorney in New Hampshire that has worked on both sides of that. That's practiced criminal law and dependency in over 20 years.
Right, but will he do CPS cases? Will he do CPS cases?
But it says James Rourke Jr. is his name. But he's worked both sides. But it all
Yes, but
depends on
he's saying both sides. I'm not talking about criminal. Has he done dependency and CPS? Is the word
yes.
CPS?
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay,
But
okay.
he's what am I trying to say? He is when you're trained in more than one like area, you're you're like a variety of them. You know, he's practiced and he's got more knowledge. You get what I'm saying? I forgot the word I'm looking for, but you get what I'm saying. But he's practiced family law, all of it. You what now?
There isn't a law firm I haven't called. Well, here we call it, it's like, it's probate. I know it sounds ridiculous, but they call it probate.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm at in my case. So, like, any probate lawyer, attorney, any file your
so
paperwork,
probate,
not family. It's very
No,
confusing.
I don't mean family. I never said family. Dependency.
So why would they? Why is they say probate? Where in New Hampshire for where your case
Why
is?
would they say probate?
I have no idea.
Because is there a guardianship or because I mean probate does like the guardianship. Well, how old's your kid? Let me ask that.
She just turned 8. She's been in there for a year.
Because probate like deals with guardianship and like on that note, is she in a facility or anything? Or is she with a family?
What's that?
Is she in a facility or anything?
They took her and they threw her right into the foster system. They didn't even bring her home. She should have never left the house.
Was she in extreme danger? Was she in extreme danger?
No.
Then why'd they take her? What was the allegations?
They took her based, so I got arrested. I got arrested for domestic. So I was labeled an abuser, and they brought her to me at the police station.
Wow.
2 hours after I was in booking. So for 5 days, I couldn't return home. I found a shelter. I found the sober house, base, highly structured sober house for women and children. I go there upon intake. I take the drug test. Everything was fine. That night, they came and took her at 9 p.m.
Wow.
It's insane. It's like literally the Family First Preservation Service Act. Where was that? Because I paid out of pocket. Right. So they never told me I was
First
signing the action plan and the safety pin. Never told me it was voluntary.
The Families First, they just
I paid out of pocket to live at the sober house, and they took her. So I signed up.
That's what I was talking about last night, Bob. The Families First. The finance.
It's crazy. I got a call from Mr. Davis. I talked to him at oh my God, I don't even think I had my 3-month review when I first spoke with him. And he's really good. He's really nice. He's very sensitive towards parents. And that's a breath of fresh air because there are some attorneys out here, they're not nice.
No, they're not. They're very gruff. They're very, very gruff. Yes.
And he's very not like Mr. Davis knows he's very knowledgeable. Like he don't hesitate like with any question.
I know his backstory and he's been through it. And
well, he's also fought CPS. He's not afraid of CPS. He's fought them.
Yeah, he will. Yep, he will.
He's very confident. Yeah, and he's very humble about it too. He has a very calm demeanor, but he's a savage. I've watched a lot of his stuff, like watching him in action, and it's that's what you need to be. You need to be calm, cool, calm, but you still have to be a savage. And they're not
aggressive.
like
Yeah,
right.
He's aggressive, but he keeps it professional. But
they work for the court. They don't work for me, no matter how much I pay.
I'm gonna have to end our show. We had been on for an hour. I started at 8:00 this morning, and it's after 9. And I have a graduation ceremony I need to attend. So I don't mean to be cutting it short, but will you call again tonight at 7:00 if you have further questions, or call me Sunday, or call me. Sunday I'm on at 8:00 in the morning. Saturday night and Sunday night I'm on at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to share your story. I think hopefully you'll get a hold of Mr. Davis. For 30 minutes, he will charge you only $60 for a consultation. And that web link.
I'm gonna
that web link is easy way to do it there. I want to thank the people that have called in, Natalie Mange, Christine Barnhill, Lori Vaughn, and Rosemary Lombardo. Who else I left out? Hopefully I didn't leave anything else.
Rosemary Lombardo. Let's see. There's Laureen.
I got them. I got them.
And then
I want to thank Danielle for being my host. I want you to still fight for your children. God bless you all. And this is Bob Pace. See you tonight and have a great day. Keep fighting for your children. Bob and Danielle now are signing out.
See y'all tonight.